lock in. Have you ever just wanted to disappear to leave the stress and everybody else's expectations along in the past? So imagine this winter you can go off grid and change your self identity to create a whole new person that you want to be. Right now, it's a perfect time. You don't have to wait until January the 1st to do this because this season right now doesn't last forever. So stick around and I'll show you guys what I am doing and what I have done in the past to create a successful winter arc. So in today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys all about what exactly is winter arc, why you should be doing it, and the steps that you can take to achieve a successful winter arc. Welcome back to Shima Saba. This channel is all about self-care, self-development. I talk about relationships as well as hair content. If you guys are new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And I truly do hope you all love it here. So what exactly is winter arc and why does it matter? This comes by inspiration of the anime storytelling. So whenever a character went through the darkest moment of the entire year, they use a particular season to cultivate and to get better and just grind and become the person who they're supposed to be. So looking back, I noticed that I have always done this. I just didn't have a name for it. Whenever the seasons changed, specifically around wintertime, I became very focused and bettering myself because I didn't have as much distractions around this time of the year. And so I noticed that by disappearing and focusing and going internal, it allowed me to just get the step above people. Embracing the darkest moments of yourself, it can change who you are because whatever type of person that you want to be, it's definitely possible. But sometimes when you are thinking about this ideal that you have or doing something that a lot of people around you are not doing, it seems impossible. But in order to achieve any type of goal, you have to take actions. And so when you do take these actions, it allows you the ability to be that idealized form. And so, for example, one of my winter arcs is that I wanted to just get more tone and I wanted to lose a few more pounds. And so I made sure that I cut off all of the distractions. I made sure that I cut off bad eating habits. Then I believed that I was this person who had this certain type of body type. And that allowed me to carry those same healthy routines throughout my life. There are so many different types of names that people use about being better or bettering themselves. And sometimes people, they think that, oh, it's unhealthy to continue to progress. It can be unhealthy to always want to improve. But the reason why it's unhealthy is like if you stop and you start and you stop and you start and you begin to feel anxious that you're not embodying this ideal version of yourself. So that within itself can be a bit unhealthy. But this is all about a season that you can use, that you can cut off all the distractions. You can completely disappear, change your self identity, and consistently make these small habits and become the person that you really want to be. Because it's nothing wrong with wanting to get better, but it's about having a healthy mindset that comes with that. And by using this period of time to develop yourself to be the form or gain whatever type of goal that you want or have the healthy mentality that you want to have, there does come a point in life where you do have to sacrifice. And so the perfect time of doing this is, for me personally, is in the winter season. So the very first thing is that I like to do is to limit my interactions on social media. Comparison is a thief of joy. Looking at what everyone else has or responding to crazy comments that people are saying and all that stuff can get you anxious and it can obviously distract you. So just go on a small digital detox, and this is something that I have been working on myself, is to limit my screen time, limit the time that I am on social media. So I would spend that time doing something that gives me a sense of dopamine effect. And so things such as I start to incorporate is to crochet. I'm about to start learning how to crochet. in the moments where I feel that I need a dopamine rush. And nothing crazy, but a smaller dopamine rush instead of me just like going on social media and stuff like that. So you can also just identify draining habits. Are there friendships that are draining you? Are there relationships that are draining you? Is your job draining you? And yes to so many commitments, spending times on things that you just don't enjoy doing. So reduce the frequency in which you are engaging in it. Not saying you have to completely cut it off, even though you can cut things off, but just reduce the time that you are interacting with those things that are distracting you, to include the things that do give you joy. So, for example, learning how to crochet, spending time with people who bring you joy. If you like working out, go to the gym to work out, or whatever makes you happy. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is to set personal goals that motivate you. I know a lot of people tend to use this moment as going to the gym like I did, and I still am currently doing. I really go harder at the gym around this time, and so I tend to have like my summer body by wintertime. But whatever goal it is that you want to achieve, just select one at a time. Don't try to overwhelm yourself. All this stuff is going to overload you, and then eventually you're going to burn, you're going to crash out. Start off very small. So in previous videos, I always say this is start off with a big goal, break it down into small manageable tasks, and then move on to the next. For example, you want to start going to the gym. You're going to start implementing working out 3 days a week. Initially, it's going to be a bit uncomfortable for you to do. It's going to be hard. Lifting the weights gets tiring. You're going to be sore. But over time, eventually, you're going to start getting the hang of things. You don't have to think about going to the gym. You're just going to automatically know. Then when you have that routine set in, then go ahead and add another goal, because you don't want to overwhelm your system. Too many different things all at once. You're not going to keep it up, and then you're going to be feeling like a failure. But it's not that you cannot accomplish things. It's that sometimes we are doing too much at once. Take it easy. There doesn't have to be a rush for this. Take your time. You're going to get there. One of my examples here, I'm going to put in a screenshot. This is my big goal. I had something about marketing, my business plan, and then I broke those goals down into different types of tasks, and then I broke it down to a timeline. So there's a timeline that I expect to meet these different types of tasks. And so I'm going to reiterate this. If you're not being consistent, if you may have to stop a day, or if you fall off for 1 week, don't beat yourself up. Have compassion for yourself, because you are just getting new with this and you're just getting started. And another thing is, don't compare yourself to a person who's been doing this for a long time. They have been doing that for a while, and they may make it look easy. They were definitely in the moment where you were. Everyone began somewhere. What I would say about the moments when you do fall off, I won't say to not do it. Some days when you feel like you don't want to do anything, you may feel like you're at your 50% and you cannot be at your 100%, then your 50% is your 100%. You get what I'm saying? So don't be so hard on yourself. Do a little bit of it. You don't feel like going to the gym. Maybe you are just drained or going through a depressive period. Just get your body moving. Do some stretches at the house, or go for a walk for 10 minutes. At least you did that. So just training your body to get used to these different type of challenges. Sometimes some people go through winter depressions, and so that's totally understandable. But always continue. But if you fall off, don't be too hard on yourself. But remember, your mind is to do the bare minimal that you can do when you feel like you can't do anything. Just do the bare minimal, and that will make you feel good about yourself. That will make you feel like you're not a quitter. It'll make you feel like you're not a failure. That is something that I have been doing, because I definitely can be hard on myself sometimes. Is that I have my moments and I feel sad or I feel depressed, but I will at least show up for myself. I could give myself that 10%, or I can give myself that 50%, whatever I have in me. And so that'll let me think I still showed up for myself, and it made me feel good. It makes me think positive about my capabilities. And the next thing I want to do to tell you guys is to celebrate your small wins. Let's say you went to the gym for the first time. Celebrate that, especially if you've never have done it before. And it doesn't have to be like a big celebration. Announce it to people. Tell your friends. Post it on social media. Buy yourself something. Buy yourself some gym clothes. Buy yourself anything. Just treat yourself. Have a cheat day, because when you are doing that, it gets a positive reinforcement, so you can still be on track. So the third step I want to talk to you guys about is to visualize the life that you are creating. You can create a visualization board, and I like to use Pinterest. I like to create digital visualization boards, and I just put in all the different types of things I want to achieve. And if I see that other people are doing that, or if they have achieved that, it makes my brain know that, oh, this is possible. And all of this has to do with is just like changing your identity. You are not yourself. Your brain is not used to you being anything other than what you are now. It's not used to seeing you be a marathon runner. But by you going and showing up and you're running, going joining running clubs, or you have these things posted that you want to be a runner, you see it every day, you tell yourself that you are one, you have different types of affirmations, your identity is going to become to think that you are a runner. So it's all about changing your brain to associate you with something else. That's simply what it is. It's all about telling your brain that this is the new identity. This is the identity that we're going to be. I'll just tell myself these things, that I am a runner. I'm a marathon runner. Although I'm not no runner, that's not my thing. But that's what I would tell myself. If that's the goal that I want to have. And another thing that I do want to share is to write a letter to your future self. This is so pivotal because, and I love to journal, and this is something that I have been doing recently, and it has been helping me so much with processing my mindset. And so what you can do when you want to write a letter to yourself, you write as though that you have already achieved the success that you wanted and you're celebrating everything that you have achieved. You just go into the nitty-gritty details about how your life is. I know some people, they call it scripting, but doing this right before you go to bed at night, or sometimes in the morning times, or just whenever you think about it or you feel suggested to do that. And this is another tool in your toolbox that you can use to just help you shift the identity of what it is that you want to become. Because like I said earlier, the whole winter arc is all about you transforming your self-identity to becoming the person that you want to be. And so the last step I do want to tell you is to embrace the solitude for self-discovery. This is mainly about the internal portion. This is not just about taking action and just specifically going into who you are as a person, going into your mentality. So it's just time to sit with yourself and think about who you are and what are your limited beliefs. What are the things in you that you may not notice that you have because maybe you are around a lot of people all the time, and so you kind of adapt to what a lot of people like, their beliefs and their thoughts. But when you sit with yourself and you reflect and you begin to understand who you are as a person, you begin to understand your needs, your wants, your desires, your goals, your dreams, and you're not comparing yourself with anyone. You're thinking about who you are. So this is a perfect moment for self-reflection. And as well as if you are having different types of personal problems, you can definitely use this moment to sit with your thoughts and what is bothering you, what is troubling you, what is making you feel a certain type of way. Why is it that you may make the same type of mistakes? So sitting with yourself and thinking about what it is and feeling the emotions and creating a strategy to help you solve that problem can definitely help you change your life going forward. And that is just a skill in itself. And by doing that and taking that in every facet of your life, it doesn't have to particularly be during a winter season, but just sitting with yourself and just having a time for yourself definitely will be good just for your mental health throughout your life. Continue by you being on this planet Earth, because I know this because it's what I have been doing, and it allowed me to just become better and more confident in who I am and understanding myself and making myself be a lot more content and be more happier than who I am and showing up authentically everywhere that I go. You can also journal this again, moments where you are having these issues, when you are having these deep moments of solitude in your life, just journal that. And as well as take different types of personality tests or or go on, look for different type of therapy groups, or take on a new type of hobby. Maybe you want to be an artist, maybe you want to paint, or just figuring out who it is that you want and the things that you want to do. So just use this moment to become more well-rounded individual. Maybe use this moment to learn and study different types of skills. It doesn't have to necessarily be through school. It could just like you researching things, you learning things. This moment just to become a more evolved individual. So this winter art can be something new for you guys if you want to take that step. We talked about 4 different types of solutions. Each of these will help you all evolve and show up better for the springtime, and most importantly, how you want to feel about yourself. So you have 90 days to do this. Do not wait. What are some suggestions you guys would like to leave in the comment section? Just let me know. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, peace.